Welcome back. We are now on step 3 of our CAD lessons. Lesson 3, we are going to actually make something in 3D. So when I saved this, it actually saved it a little big for my screen. So I'm going to go back to what we talked about yesterday. I have the zoom all, or my home button. I click on it and it makes it so that I can see everything nice and in the middle. But it's still kind of turned crooked. I don't really love that. So I'm going to come over here. I have this 3D square in the corner. And I'm going to hit the front. And now it turns it so I'm looking straight on at the front. Kind of zoomed out a little, so I'm going to hit this zoom all home button again. And now I like it. It's big, it's in the middle, I can see everything. From here, I am going to be going into using my 3D tools. So I already have, because we saved it in the 3D mode, so I am already in the 3D model mode here. There's a whole bunch of options here that we don't know what they mean. We're only going to worry about one of them right now. We're going to worry about this extrude button right here. And extrude means that we are going to take our 2D shape and we're going to basically stretch it out to be 3D. The way I like to think about it is it's kind of like this shape is a cookie cutter, and we're going to shove cookie dough through it, and we're going to determine how far we want to push cookie dough through it. So whatever shape this is, that's the shape the cookie dough is going to come out. And we can push cookie dough through it as long as we want to. We get to choose how much cookie dough we have. But it's going to come out as the exact same 2D shape that we made. So I'm going to click extrude. And now, because I have two different shapes, I have to choose, do I want this shape? Or do I want this shape? Or do I want both shapes? It doesn't do me a lot of good to do both shapes. That doesn't make sense. I would have just made a rectangle or square. So I selected both and I don't want that. So I'm going to hit cancel. I did it wrong. We'll try again. So this time I'm going to click extrude this shape only, the outside square. So when I click the outside square, I can't tell because I'm looking straight at it, but it is having that square stick out 1 inch towards me. And I can tell because this says the direction is coming towards me at a distance of 1 inch. If I want to see that distance differently, I could click on one of these corners and it'll turn it. Okay, so it's coming out this way at 1 inch. I could have it going the other way 1 inch. I could have it coming out both ways, half towards me, half not. Or I could change the distance so maybe it's coming out 1/4 inch one way and 3/4 the other. We're not going to worry about which way it's coming out or not. So we'll just stick with this first one right here. And we could change the distance if we wanted also. If I wanted it to be 2 inches, it would stick out 2 inches or 5 or 10 or 20. But I like 1 inch. It's going to make it a nice cube. So I am going to hit 1. It's coming out towards me. And I hit OK. From here, I can see that I have a hole going through. And if I hit it, it kind of highlights where that hole is. Or if I want to see what it would look like, I have this free, look over here. I have this free orbit tool. It kind of looks like some arrows spinning around something. If I click on it, I can now drag over. And if I'm in the middle of the circle, I can spin this and look at it in all different directions and say, yep, that's what I think it's supposed to look like, or oops, I did it wrong. If I go onto the outside, I can just spin it around this way and look at different sides. So I can look here. And if I want to look at the back, I can also click here at the back and see it, or I can spin it and say, yep, that's the right side. Or I could say, yep, that's the front. So I think that looks like what I need it to look like. So I am going to save it again. I can go up to this black disk that you don't understand that that's a floppy disk, and I can hit save. It doesn't again ask me for anything, but I know it saved my stuff, and I am good to quit if I need to, or continue with something else. It's always a good idea to save after you've done something and you know it's right. All right, that's the end of step 3. I will see you later for step 4.